Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Shogun Season 1, Episode 6. I just watched the Episode 5. If you want to see my reactions and my thoughts about the Episode 5, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. I'm gonna put also the link for the playlist that I made for Shogun in case you want to see all of my reaction videos to it into the chronological order. You have a playlist also on my Patreon for this show. Like on Patreon and on YouTube, I made a playlist for each show, each anime, each things that I'm reacting to. So if you guys you're interested to watch other stuff with me, because maybe we're already watching, we watched, shows and stuff, we have stuff in common, you can check that on this playlist, and you have all of the episodes into the chronological order. You just have to let YouTube do the job. You don't have to do anything. You can just have, going like that at the back without intervening. I'm saying that because me, at some point, that's what I did, I was binge watchings of people like that while I was working on stuff. And also, if you can be interested, you have this playlist. Okay, like I said, I just watched the episode 5 that I found really sad for multiple reasons. For sure, for Mariko's story, the fact that she told us finally all of the mystery around what happened to her dad, why she still wants to kill herself at some point. She made that deal with Toranaga about, at some point, I want to kill myself and you need to give me the right for that. She said that her dad was a traitor, but in fact no, like that he killed the king before the Taiko, and that he did it because that guy was an asshole, but he was considered as a traitor, so his punishment was to kill all of the members of his family, and then himself. She was not killed because of the fact that she was just married, so she couldn't get killed. In fact, her husband already owned her, so she couldn't get killed. But she wants, in fact, to join her father, to join her family. She asked her husband on multiple occasions the right to kill herself, but he denied her that right. And that's why she asked that right to Toranaga. It's really a sad story. I'm feeling so sad for the girl. I'm feeling so mad about the fact that her husband is back, is violent with her physically, emotionally, psychologically, mentally, and clearly it's not the first time. I was glad that the Anjin wanted to defend her and wanted to push her to stand up, to do something about it, but I totally understand her position with that and the fact that she doesn't want to talk with the Anjin anymore. I said it, I'm a little afraid that now that she revealed her story, she's gonna be only a love interest for the Anjin, she's gonna be only that person involved into a love triangle. I don't want for her character to be defined only by that, and now I have the impression that it's gonna be the case, so I'm a little afraid of it. We'll see. I'm glad because we have another female character, Fuji-sama, who can be really interesting. The fact that she was introduced into the show as the one who just had, her husband and her baby killed because of all of these reasons, and she was so desperate, and in fact now she's working for the Anjin, and she has such an attitude, about it, about ruling that house, and how she was talking to him, to everyone. I appreciate her for that little background, for her attitude. I can see also that into the future she can be more interesting, like she's not gonna be an outsider, she's not gonna be a minor character. In fact, at some point she can do big stuff, maybe stuff that we're not gonna appreciate, maybe she's gonna be a little sneaky or stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna love to follow her character. And also the relationship that she's building little by little with the Anjin is really interesting. We saw that he was mad at her because of what happened with the gardener. I'm gonna talk about it. But at the same time, at the end, he was really afraid for her because she got hurt during the earthquake. So yes, their relationship can be important as well into the future. The other thing which was really sad during the previous episode, it was all of that thing about the gardener, about the fact that he sacrificed himself. The village, that reunion, they decided that the pheasant, you know, has to be taken out. According to the Anjin words, it would mean that the one who would do it would get killed. They all knew about it. The gardener sacrificed himself, did it, got killed. So he died with honor, but for that stupid reason, and that it was already something, you know, to be sad about. But in fact, what makes me really sad and mad, it's the fact that his death was used by Toranaga's spy, like it was him the spy, that's it, you have your men and all. I understand what he did, and it's cool that him is not gonna be discovered, but to dishonor the memory of that guy who just sacrificed himself, it made me really sad. The guy died with honor, and in fact, you're taking that away from him. I don't appreciate it. And that thing about dying with honor, it's really a repetitive subject into this show since the beginning, since the first scene of the first episode. And I think that we're gonna keep that until the end. For sure, at the end of the previous episode, we had Toranaga, who almost died, you know, with the earthquake. And we had that earthquake, which is gonna have an incident on his army, on that village, all of that, and with the war which is coming, it can't be good. And we had also Ishido in front of the mother's heir, and the fact that she wants to rule that council now. I don't understand how it can happen, how it can be a thing. We'll see if it truly can be a thing. I'm wondering about it. It's not respecting, you know, the Taiko's decisions, and with all of their sense of honor for that, how could she decide something else, you know? Are they gonna let her decide something else? And with what they think about women also into this show, I'm wondering. Okay, I'm gonna stop this intro right now. Like I said earlier, if you want to have my Patreon on which you have these reaction videos earlier, you have one episode of advance on Patreon, you have a longer reaction part with the level 2, you have the full reaction part with the level 3. It's the best way to support me. I'm a little reactor on both platforms, so each little help can be truly useful and truly appreciated. If you want and if you can, don't put yourself into any difficulty, but if you want and if you can, it can be appreciated. Let's go for this episode!
こちらがマリコ殿じゃ。そしてマリコ殿の父上、明智仁斎殿。わしの新たな家臣じゃ。明智殿。
Oh, I tried to protect you from that.
何故私を立ませるのか分かりません。そなたが文太郎殿に嫁げば両家ともに申し分のない縁が結ばれよう。戸田家に何の値打ちもないことはご存知でございましょう。父上はそなたを大事に思っておるのじゃ。では何故私を追い出されるのでございまする。
That's how you felt about your marriage. That it was not worth it for the alliance, and that your dad was sending you away.
私は未だにそなたのことがようわからぬ。力及ばぬことは目を閉じて見なければよいではないか。
マリコ、我が最愛なる娘。常に従順な子であったお前にも、大義のために尽くす時が来た。使命は受け継がれるもの。 昨日の地震でアンジンはわしの命を救うてくれた。おかげで2度目じゃ。アンジンには神奈川近くに600石の治療を安堵です。また関東水軍の大将に任じ、大砲隊の大将も兼ねてもらうことといたす。
Swords?
殿のお顔に泥を塗る将軍、誠に面目次第もございません。わしではない。その方の家中、また我が旗本の屋敷に恥をかかせたんじゃ。
Now you're general.
あれがそうによると、俺を忘れてしまい、ならば離縁せよ。ご容赦ください。
That's something that he can do?
少しでもありましてくれ。今さ、
It's an option?
拙者が介護に思っておりました。
Divorce, divorce, divorce.
お子さんの命を助けてやれば、マリコはありがたく思ってくれるだろうと。
Nope.
それが、マリコの氷のような素振りは変わりません。
Pretty sure that you were an asshole to her all along as well.
それが、あの男に対しては違うのでございます。
You just told Toranaga that big secret, you know, confirming him what he felt. You can use that against the Anjin at some point. Toranaga, he has plans. And he has no friends. Your intentions.
It's not a matter of refusing. I already explained this to him before. So I wish to leave.
与えられたお役目には答えられぬ。
どんな役目なら良いと申すのじゃ。
He asks what service you would rather be given.
I would formally ask again for the return of my ship,
自分の船を返していただきたい。
so that I may sail against his enemies and mine.
そうすれば、ポルトガルを相手に海上で戦えると申しておられまする。
As his chief admiral, there are still ways I can disrupt his enemies. I could attack the Portuguese black ship at sea, harming trade towards controlled by his Catholic rivals on the council, stifling the flow of Portuguese Catholic wealth and its accompanying power, which will ultimately be brandished against him.
Let's have the time to translate all of that.
This is not in our Lord's interest.
I'm sorry, were you going to translate?
アンジン様はこの船を攻めたいと申しておられまする。それはキリシタンの大老たちの取り仕切る港での貿易に損失を与えるためである。
Believe me, the Portuguese are neither here for the good of Japan nor Toranaga-sama. They are here to gain in the name of their god.
Why do you cling to this?
何を言い争っておるのじゃ。
Translate.
Excuse me. I am reminded an interpreter should interpret only.
What I'm saying is you're my interpreter, and nothing more. もう話すつもりはない。
That is all for now.
そなたとアンジンの間に何があるのじゃ。
何も。言葉のみにございます。
そちらや。
アンジンが望むものはやらぬことにいたす。代わりにあれの頭が冷えるよう一晩茶屋で遊ばせる膳立てを頼む。
私が掛け合います。
アンジンの友もいたせ。アンジンが枕を交わしながら話す折に入りようじゃろう。
You know what you're asking her.
すぐに出発いたしますと、ささめ、さし、これに戻りなさい。私と足で戻るしかない。友のご中心は広松殿、坂田にお任せ。
You must survive! You must survive! Come on, escape, 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 escape! Okay.
頼姫様、お召し替えよ。すぐにお逃げくださいませ。お父上が都でお命を奪われましてございます。
Father was...
決して戻ってはなりませんぞ。
Your father was killed and then you became the Taiko's consort?
我らはあの女人の囚われ人。介護のなりにもあと少しの辛抱じゃ。あと少しとは5人目の大夫が決まり、虎長の脅威が。
Are you sure that one is gonna be confirmed?
我らはこれからも常に人質のようなものじゃぞ。我が夫が天下人であること、また私が夫の世継ぎを上なんだことを、これは100年以上前から我が一族に伝わる品、我らに女の子を産んでくれる側室に譲ろうと思っておる。これよりそなたは落ち葉の方と呼ばれる。女は生きておれば全てを失うやもしれぬ。じゃが全てを取り返すこともできよう。宿命の非常な眼差しを恐れずに見据え。
I don't envy your life, girl. Really. Your father killed like that, then given to the king to be raped to have his son. Maybe she wants to have a revenge right there, in fact.
ただし、伊藤殿の方が私がお仕えした太后様より背丈が高いようじゃ。
この膝から下を切り落とすこと。
Don't say stuff like that!
無論、些細な荒じゃが。
何しろ芝居は拙者の何よりの楽しみでござりまするゆえ。祭り事の方はいかがかの。おやつ王にも大老となり、虎長の死に一票投じてくださらぬか。今こそ好天の時にございます。好天とは何でございますか。はるか昔に練られた作じゃ。紅の空と書いて好天。つまり一気風に大坂城に攻め入るまでの大老会議を廃し、新しい体制を作り上げる。虎長様を一人を大老とする体制をし、将軍か。大坂に攻め入るなど、自ら首を絞めるようなもの。
You want to do that?
父親違いの弟君、佐伯信達殿が加勢してくれよ。
You have a brother?
時の猶予がある今、あえて危険を冒す工夫がありましょうよ。待っておるいともがどこにあるのじゃ。先祖代々の利口を取り返し、将軍におなりください。父や戦には負け知らず。それはわしが戦を先に仕掛けたことがないからじゃ。どうぞ。
Not like you.
わしは将軍の位を望んだことなどない。今後も望まん。
You heard all of their opinions. I'm not sure that they can give you another one. Ask the Anjin, maybe?